college help you start defining your purpose or passion?
Okay, I can start off with that one.
Okay.
College itself, and I'm speaking for my time here. The moment I got here, I knew I couldn't stay here. So it really forced me to be like, whole time, what do I want to do? How much am I willing to put up with for like the next 20 or so years if I really do? Because I'm a person of pivots, right? I like to do hard pivots in life. I feel like pivots save my life a lot of the time. When I first got here, I was a pre-physical therapy major. Journalism is not the same thing. Like, it's just so, but I love that hard pivot. It's great. I fell into that very gracefully. It made me figure out what I wanted to do outside of family expectations or what I probably wanted for myself. Because I went into it for the money. I'm an employee. Like, what do you want me to say?
I was an
At
employee.
the end of the day, things started to look a little scary in every field when I walked in here, but medical. So I was like, well, and through my time at Jackson State, throughout college, I had to ask myself what I wanted for myself, and I never stopped pursuing it.
Me personally, man, I came here as a pre-physical therapy major as well, but of course I had to ask myself, what exactly do I want to do? Am I just in this for the money, or do I actually like doing it? But then I had to ask myself, like, what's my true passion? And I feel like my personally own true passion is uplifting others, of course, helping others. So as a communications major, of course I can still do like motivational speaking and stuff like that. But I also personal train on the side, so I still kind of do like some type of physical therapy, if you know what I mean. And I'm still uplifting people in the process of doing it. So I kind of found myself
Through that.
Yeah, through that.
I agree with Jay on the sense that it's like, it shows you kind of, what do you want to deal with? What are you going to take? How much are you going to take until you want to stand up and make a change for yourself and do what's right for you? And that's why I'm transferring next semester.
That's all.
But because I'm not trying to push through. I'm not trying to fight through. I want to give myself the life I deserve. I want to be comfortable wherever I'm at and do the things that I want to do and put myself where I can do those. That's what this school taught me. Because you keep going through it, and then there's people around you that are just telling you, oh, it's not that bad. Oh, but the people are great. But oh, you like this or you like that. And you know, every school has its problems. Don't hit me with another. Every school has its problems, because it got every school's problems and some more. Like I don't even want to. You can cut this part out for the assignment. But I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna stand for it, and I'm not gonna sit for it no more, because I deserve what I deserve, and that's what it taught me. If I don't like something, I can leave. I can go. And no matter how many people are like, oh, it's too late, or oh, but don't you want to just stay, or you only have one more year left. I'll have 2 years in a place that I like more than I'll have 1 year in a place that I don't like. Because why am I going to have to go get my master's degree to try and relive and experience, or, you know, just regret stuff? Just move on. Just hard pivot, like she said. Like, if you want to do something, go ahead and try and do that. You don't have to spend and waste all this extra time like trying to figure out whether or not, because if you really wanted to be somewhere and do something, you'd feel right while you was doing it. You wouldn't be questioning it so many times. Oh, should I? But I don't know. But there's all this stuff. That means you need to go. You're feeling it. It's that intuition.
That's another thing too. Like, I'm a super adventurous person. Like, I don't see myself doing like specifically one thing.
Right.
Like, I done had a lot of jobs, and I'm 24 now. Like, I done had jobs doing everything.
Damn. I was like, I made a face.
Bro, it's crazy, bro. Like, I don't really see myself doing like one specific thing for like the next 20 years. Bro.
Yeah, that's right.
I feel like I'm gonna just be doing here.
Same. That's right.
But I've developed the skills through this HBCU.
How do y'all feel about the timeline? The best way I can put it is, go ahead and get that 4-year degree. That 5 years is going to be the fastest 6 years of your life.
That's the timeline I'm talking.
There's no real timeline, because some majors aren't set up to be 4 years. Some people are adding on, not even adding on, but like gen ed courses is really 2 years.
Yeah.
Nothing.
It doesn't.
Some things literally you should only be here for like 2 years. Some things, some engineering majors,
They
five
here for 5,
years.
6
Y'all
years.
lying to them. Like,
Money
what are we
grabbing.
doing? Like, and
That's
then
what
on
I'm
top-
saying. I was
and then
gonna
on
spend
top of that, they got the
2-3 years
GA
here
courses.
anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the timeline isn't real to me, and I think a lot of people get so caught up in the fuck. If I don't do it in 4 years, I'm behind. Like,
Yeah.
That's
You
not
know,
right.
and I was just
9
gonna,
times out of 10, you're gonna take a 5th year. Like
Yeah,
9
most
times
likely.
out of 10, that 5th
Yeah.
year's
I'm a
gonna
transfer.
happen.
I knew.
Yeah, like,
y'all wasn't even gonna take my
and
stuff. for real.
I'm a music major. I already knew from jump, like, I'm gonna have to do 5 years. That's just
Yeah.
what it is.
Even if they don't take my stuff, I'll still only probably be able to get to finish in 2 years there because
And you know what?
the way the
I think-
administration be loving it.
I walked in trying to do medical. That's low key 10 years. Because
Yeah.
I'm walking around with the biology degree if I have to go for the PhD.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, actually, let's.
honestly,
full-time
that's
academia.
that's why I chose to go to a JUCO the first 2 years of college because why would I spend so much money on something I can get done in 2 years max? And on top of that, it's general ed courses. The same English, same math, science. That's not what I want to do. But because they just want to shove us in some classes, that's what we got to do. So even transferring here,
That's what I
This
wish I would
is-
have knew.
this is officially my 3rd year. By next semester will be my 3rd year, which is when I graduate. So it's like the expectations of thinking that you're going to finish in 4 years, throw that out the window. And that depends on what your major is. If you are doing anything that requires a lot, you don't expect 4 years unless you got everything in ship shape. Your advisor knows exactly where you're trying to go, what you're
every
doing,
advisor
keep
and
track
every
of-
professor that leaves, even after you
especially
leave that
that,
course. Keep track
because
of-
Keep track of all your
HBCUs can
documents.
do that. They can definitely lose your stuff. And when you do that, you end up in a situation where you have to repeat a class or switch a focus and just to graduate. And the whole time, that's probably not something that you want to do. So now you got
And
to
it wasn't even
refocus
your
your
fault.
mind into doing. And it's not even your fault, but in some kind of way, they will shift it to your blame so that they don't seem at
Like,
fault.
no, you weren't paying
but actually,
attention.
no,
That's your job.
I take
No,
care.
they won't even shift the blame. That's the thing.
That's
Like, they
the
won't
craziest
shift the
part. Like,
blame.
they'll just be like,
They'll
this
be
is
like,
just-
yeah, we're
Or
sorry.
they'll
There's
be
nothing
like,
we
this
can
is
do
just
about
what
it.
it is.
Yeah, it's like there's
But-
nothing
so-
we can do about it.
Right.
That's pretty
Right.
much it.
It's more like a, oh, my bad. type.
Yeah.
I'm
We
not
are
trying to be a
speak-
super
we
senior
are
here.
speaking from a very interesting point of
No,
view
yeah.
of 38% retention. So
Mm.
we are speaking from a point of view that not a lot of people gonna have to.
Yeah,
so
not a
when we
lot of
say
people
we
have
say-
to deal with. But because this podcast is about the HBC experience, there is a lot of great things. But if you're watching this is some of the realities that do come with going to college. You will have some situations where
it's
you're
always
going to have to
downfalls.
deal with
That's
it.
what I'm
It's
saying.
always like when you go up, you gotta go down.
Not even like here, but in
Planes go
HBCU. Talk
planes
to
go
any
down.
alumni or any parent that's gone to an HBCU. They'll tell you, yeah, when I went there, there are some issues, and when you go there, you may have to get into a financial aid. That's just the HBCU.
That's
right?
the expectation.
No,
That's
they're like, your
nice.
lines are just gonna
If
be
you've been
lines.
arguing
Yeah.
since
The
2010
lines.
with somebody, don't you think?
And then their parties used to be jumping actually.
And then to turn around and say, well, that's just the HBCU experience. That should
No,
not
that's
be
just the
it's
HBCU
not the
culture.
same.
Right,
Sorry.
It's not the
Oh,
same
my
anymore. We don't even got the pluses y'all had.
Right.
We don't even got we just got the
Somebody
minuses.
said McAllister was messed up when I lived there too. McAllister's been closed for 5 years.
Literally.
Every
But
How
I,
long has it been uninhabitable?
You know, that
how
has
long has
to
it been
do
messed
a
up
lot
before
with
they
the-
finally decided to close it?
That-
And they
How long has
finally
the
decided
football
to.
dorms? I'm looking at it.
uh-huh.
Those are dorms.
Yeah.
Those were the football dorms.
And what about
See,
the
the fact
only
that I didn't even know that.
on-campus
Those were the
apartments? Mold.
Sorry,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the only on-campus apartments, mold.
We can't. The further we go back into campus, we have to step up.
Right.
We cannot keep.
Okay.
Okay.
But
No more talking about this
that's-
campus.
Well, I mean, yeah, this is just this right. Right. But
We love our HBCU.
we love our HBCU. Don't get me wrong,
Just
because
Just cut the shit
if-
talk out.
right, because no, but I mean, but it's honest. I'm gonna keep some of it in.
No,
but
cut
like,
it out for the assignment.
Well,
keep
for the
it
assignment,
video.
yeah. Only because I'm not going to say HBCUs are horrible. They're not horrible. Why? Because
we
you
love
you
HBCUs.
meet all these people, you get influenced, and you create your own type of avenues that just create a whole different
It's a
thing.
bunch of misconceptions.
So it's a lot of ups and downs, but that's the circle of life. Everything is an up and down. You're not gonna always have a good day, and some days are better than others. So it was just raining 2 days ago, now it's sunny. So
this
you
is,
know.
this is every institution has their problems,
Hmm.
and the PWI, at least I can be like, oh, it was racist.
No,
At
Oh,
HBCU,
God.
because it wasn't nothing else.
HBCU,
Right.
they gonna play
It
in
wasn't
your-
the infrastructure.
They gonna play in your face.
They gonna play in your
And
face,
that
and you gonna know it's
too.
personal.
That
Like,
too.
actually,
They
this
gonna-
ain't even normal. This
They
is-
gonna play in your face
and you be like, oh.
until your parents come.
Mhm.
Now the ones who paying for it, oh, now they coming up in here. Now I gotta actually get on my computer and actually look up some stuff.
Yeah, and then
Like,
on top of that, like you'll go through trials and tribulations. Oh, we can't do this for you. We can't give you these resources, this, that, and the third. And then you finally make some big boy calls or something, and then out of nowhere they're just gonna pull out something magic out of their hat.
Right.
You're like, okay,
Right.
Now
now
your
you
parents
can.
looking at you
Now
like
we
you
can
haven't
go
been
ahead.
at this for
Right.
weeks.
right.
Okay, matter of fact, we might be able to go ahead and finagle something for
Right.
you. Like, no,
Oh,
that's
you do
not-
have financial aid. Look at
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Oh,
Just
actually,
know.
okay,
I've
they
been
get
asking for this
$6,000.
financial aid
Right.
5 previous visits ago.
They'll
Like,
let you pay that $7,000 unless you walk into them rooms and keep going back and forth, back and
Mhm.
forth, back and forth. All of a sudden, they owe you money.
Mind you,
Yeah.
they're all in
Another
the
thing, I
same
had to
building
pay
with the
something.
same
They said I couldn't
landline,
do it.
with the same.
Mm.
You
Bro.
are walking between buildings. They're all connected. All the buildings are connected. Everything's a little bit back to the urgency thing. All HBCUs are in the South, and actually, all HBCUs are in the South. The things you will have to do in the heat,
Bruh.
when you know it could have just took an email, Zoom call, or a text.
Oh,
Email.
Lord.
Email,
A
text
simple
For
me.
call.
for everybody
Text
you
me.
look at to be in the same building, you'll lose your mind.
Bro,
You'll
God
actually-
forbid they'll wait till you get all the way to the classroom just to text you 2 minutes before class. Yeah, no class today.
No class
Right.
today. Class is
Okay.
Hurricane like
canceled.
weather, we do have class. We have class.
So,
We have class.
okay. Do you feel like you guys found yourself when you guys came here, or throughout time, or do you feel like you've known yourself even before you came to college?
Me personally, I feel like I kind of like before I came to college. I feel like I was myself plus more, and coming to college made me realize that okay, I don't need to be all of this, or I don't got to be stack doing all that. Go on your own pace. That's really what coming to college like God like gave to me, was the fact like the grace of going at your own pace. You know,
Of course.
like because in high school, you know, in order to you can't really find yourself when you're on a set schedule, like, you know, back to back. Okay, go home. Now you're home for the rest of the day. Like, so when you're in college, it's kind of like you have your own freedom to think, and you have your own freedom to do what you please and to do what you want. So it's like after say you have a 1 p.m. right, and then you don't have another class till 3 p.m. That small decision of what you decide to do between that 1 and 3 p.m. that small decision that could define your character within the long run. Like, cause either you decide to go chill with your friends, or you could decide to go study, or you could decide to go get inebriated, or you could decide to do anything. And whatever you decide, that kind of gives you like your little glimpse of representation of what like you are, who you are, and what you want to do. Cause of what you want to do is gonna be the first thing that pop up in your head.
Right.
It's gonna be the first thing.
But then what you actually do,
Yeah.
gonna tell you more about that.
Right.
Mm-hmm. It's the action. The action. And the intention behind the action. And the intention behind the action. That'll tell you a lot as well. Why did you do? Don't just do something to do it. Why did you do it?
Right.
You know, think about it. Think about something before you do it. But yeah, it pretty much told me to come into terms with myself, and yeah, I could say I pretty much found myself. You know, like I found who I wanted to be, what I wanted to do,
Right.
and what do I want my life to be. You know,
About personal life on campus type thing, you know, because you're going to meet people, you're going to have situations, friends fall out, relationships, all types of isms, and I feel like that kind of
all types of
and
isms.
and that kind of forms who you are by, like, you know, by the time you got to graduate. Like, looking at yourself freshman year versus senior year or junior, you are not who you were 2-3 years ago. And
No one
I think that it definitely shaped my character. I think it shaped my creativity, and I think it shaped my intentions when it comes to friendships, because for a minute it was hard for me to maintain and develop friendships after one fallout of a long-term friendship. So now you develop some trust issues with a lot of people. But I feel like when you enter a place where people match your vibe, your creativity, your influence, your how do I say that? Basically, I'm gonna say your stamina on wanting to build in life. That's what I'm gonna say. It kind of shapes who you are because you're getting influenced by people who are just as inspired, and that only makes you want to go hard too because you don't want to fall off, and you know that the people around you are going to keep you motivated because they're motivated. So it's like it kind of it shaped me definitely. It shaped me. It made me definitely more confident in who I am, more accepting of who I am, and so yeah, I think it shaped me for sure.
I feel like it did. It contributed a lot to how like I see myself, how I want to conduct myself, how I want to be around other people, how I want other people to be around me. The type of environment I want to be in. Because there are things I do like about Mississippi. Like I like trees. I like nature. I like the access to good breathing air and such.
Oh yeah.
Things that I like. I really like being around, black people like me. That's really kind of what it inspires me to like try and create more spaces for black people, but that has all the fixings, everything somebody needs and a little bit of what they want, and a place where people can be comfortable, happy, and creative. So I feel like this school helps me think of ways that we can better do for ourselves as a people and contribute to each other and each other's development. It makes me want to, okay, well, if I had a school, this is what I would want to do.
Right.
Or if I had a plot of land where people could live, this is how I would want to do it. Or
Right.
this is what I would want to plant, And I feel like I really started getting into that once I did move down into, like, the country. Because there's not that much nature in the city.
At all.
So it really
With
helps
the
me connect
skyscrapers.
with, like, things that are important, I feel, for human bodies.
I feel like I knew myself pretty much when I got here. Again, I came in on a weird moment off COVID, so things was socially weird. We had to move different ways throughout the campus, and the events were mad spread out, and the cafeteria was not the cafeteria. I walked in on a weird moment, but I feel like I did have a sense of who I was, so everything that I enjoyed doing, I knew I would run into people that weren't not necessarily like-minded, but they had the same interests. And then I built from there. I mean, I don't feel as though I take influence from other people, but I do love being inspired by the people around me. So, yeah.
And then it hasn't, because I feel like I always knew, but then again, when I got to college, I kind of felt like it was like a new slate, and I'm kind of learning everything again.
Maybe on a new sleep.
Maybe on a new slate.
Well, yeah, I just say I feel like a new person all over it. I'm just trying to discover what this new person could do.
Don't be skipping the homework.
No, don't skip the homework. Try not to skip class too. I
Yeah,
know it could be
No,
hard.
don't skip class.
You
I
only
know
got
it could be,
3
especially them
times.
8 a.m.s, but
Right.
trust me, they count.
They
You
count.
gotta
They'll,
attend this
they'll,
grade.
they'll snatch you right out that class. You won't even know.
Don't get an
if they-
8
and if
a.m.
they
you
don't-
don't have to.
And don't think that just because you went to that class one time and they got you on roll for the remainder of the semester that you're gonna pass that class if you don't go for the rest. No, just because they got you on the roll and now you're not purged from the class, go to that class. Because now after that point, every time you don't go to that class, your grade gonna drop by a good 6 points.
And you'd be surprised how many classes actually
Called out by my
are
name.
high on attendance.
First school I got a 9
yeah.
a.m.
See, if you don't have to take an early class, don't
No.
pick it.
Yeah, don't pick
Don't-
her.
And at
if
least
you know
pick
you're not a
someone
morning
nice.
person.
Like I go into my 8 a.m. about 8:50. And my
Look on
8:30
Yeah,
Rate My
really.
Professor.
8:30
Get
at 8.
on your
Go on
schedule.
Rate My
At
Professor
8:30.
and
And
look
get
up their.
on make your schedule as soon as it drops. Like as soon as you're able to make your schedule, make that schedule. Because if you don't, you will get put in that 7 a.m. class that
Yes.
you do not want to be in.
I
promise.
recommend
Suffer.
scheduling your days like there's class days that you just simply don't have class. Because
Yeah.
right now I don't got class Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Every day is a 4-day weekend. Ask for them online classes if you don't need that class for real.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
if that class, if you generally don't think that you need that class, ask for an online option.
Mm-hmm.
Online, okay. Online classes are hit or miss.
Hey, if you're watching this video, you post-COVID. You know if you're an online student.
Yeah, you know that.
You
You
know,
know that.
It's not about
If
Oh,
you know you're
learning.
not good at math, don't take a math online. That's just that simple.
Why?
You know you're
You're
not good
taking
at
it in person.
languages or
Well,
trying
I
to-
mean,
don't do
It's
that.
whether or not you
If
need
you
to
wanna
get good at
understand it,
math.
yeah, like if you want to
If you need to
understand
get good
it.
at math or you need something good for the GPA, is what you got to consider.
Yeah.
If you want to understand whatever topic you're learning, take the class in person.
Yeah, take
Yeah.
the class.
But
in
if you genuinely like, okay, this is a filler class.
If
Like I
this
need
is
it for my
like-
credits. I need this
Yeah.
class for my credit. Okay, go ahead, take that online class. Get that easier.
Like when they talking
I
about the
took an online
school.
archery class
I'm currently in art.
How?
Well, no.
when I first got here at COVID.
You know, I
We
did
had
take
online bowling.
I did
bro.
take online PE.
Like
They
Wii
do
Sports
got
was that.
sports.
They were like, all right, everybody
We
do
learned our
push-ups.
definitions and stuff. Like that's what I'm saying. Y'all, you really can just find it.
How do you balance being social, academic, and still taking care of your mental health?
I don't. Can I be real?
Okay, now if I'm being real, I just live. Like
Okay.
that's kind of what you do. You kind of
Yeah.
just live. You don't necessarily think about it. You know.
Yeah.
Like if you think about it, you
Oh,
try to
yeah.
create a set schedule, and that shit doesn't.
And
Yeah.
don't
And it
incorporate
don't
black
work
people
out.
time
Whole
in
time,
it. You gotta
when I say
add
I
black
don't,
people
That's
time.
what I mean. I'm
Do you
literally,
like-
one day I'm literally living my day in real time right now.
Yeah,
It's
like, that's
it's
what you're
April.
doing.
I have something to record after this.
Right.
I
Same.
refuse to think about it.
You're right. That's how you get through
You
it.
gotta get it
I'm-
one at a time.
One step at a time. Don't stress
Yeah.
yourself out.
One
At
foot in
some
front of
point,
the
I'm gonna end
other.
up at the calf. That's all. I know.
Yeah.
At
You don't
some
know.
point-
Before 9.
At some point, you're gonna get hungry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so honest. I just had a mental breakdown like 2 days ago,
Oh my
and
God.
I was just like, I am just not feeling it. No, like
You gonna have
I
those
felt overstimulated, overwhelmed because of work, class, life, and it was just like everything just all in one. And so sometimes you do have to step back and allow yourself to breathe.
Give
Don't
yourself
feel
grace.
like you have to go and do this because of that. If you need a mental health break, take your mental health break. That's okay. I know a lot of generations be like, oh, y'all can't so sensitive. No, we're conscious because we know if we don't get it, we'll crash out and everybody's
Just
not
told
gonna have
me
a
I'm
good
gonna be here
day.
for 5 years.
Right.
Or if we don't get it to the best of our ability, we just gonna do some little BS. Like
Right.
we're not gonna try. Like
Exactly. So we
Your
want to.
Novembers and your Aprils gonna feel real different.
Oh yeah.
mhm.
Real different. Like it's gonna feel
What's
familiar in
your
November,
November?
but your Novembers and the whatever that after post midterm crunching
Yeah.
to final time is like
Yeah, you playing catch up.
Yeah.
whole
You
time,
are.
like-
You are.
your Novembers and
gosh.
your Aprils gonna feel.
And don't, okay, this is for college students, new college students or whatever, freshmen about to come in. What you need to know, as soon as you step down, they gonna ask for that coin. Even coming into the second semester,
nah.
they never tell you about this. They don't tell
You will
nobody
not
about
lay
this.
your head on a pillow until you get
They won't
going.
give you your key.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if you live across the country.
better get
You
going.
know
Yeah.
what that stuff is before you drop down. Life hack, I had a different balance when I was at home. Paid that online. I'm technically registered now. I drop down.
Yeah.
They get whatever else I have to pay. They tell me that later. I already get my key. I can already get my key when they, because I didn't have my classes and none of that. But technically, I'm registered. It say it on there. So, life hack, because they gonna charge you. They gonna charge you,
Yeah.
and they gonna say there's no housing. But every time they said to me they have no housing, I've just came up here, and they'll be
Every
like, "Oh, there's
time
a
I was
room."
told there was no housing, we were somehow moved to an entirely different place with more housing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whether it was a COVID room, that dorm went down, and they went into McAllister went down. We went in transition.
And half the
That was my
transitional
first
just
year
went
here.
down, and now
Yeah.
they
I
somehow
was just,
they
making my-
spawned 50 rooms in
They
Alex.
said they've been saving half of
Somehow.
Alex all semester. They
it's
it'll
me.
appear
I don't know
if you
where
come.
those rooms came from. I was in
Yeah, I
Alex.
don't know.
They're just trying to wean people out.
In
I had
January.
my own room last year.
had
So
my
I
own
don't know.
iPad.
And they be giving people their own room, but people
No,
got
I
a break.
wasn't
I know
given.
one kid-
Roommates are a whole different topic.
Yeah,
But
that is old.
at the end of the day, I had my own room, and I deserved that.
Guy in Campbell had two
That-
rooms in Campbell. Like he had a room.
Exactly.
Then across the hall had another room to a suite that was empty. He couldn't open the other room, but he had a room, a suite.
Yeah.
And they didn't know that nigga.
There
had
still
two
be
rooms.
rooms open. If you're still here,
That
they
nigga
do
was
that to
living
wean
large.
people
He was
out.
sick as
Yeah.
hell.
They try to stuff people
Hey,
in.
yeah, I'm in
because
Stewart,
money.
living in a 4x4 with a communal bathroom with no opening windows.
Oh
No
my
opening
gosh,
windows.
open the windows.
That's
Javon,
funky.
HBCUs,
Okay.
open your windows.
Stop.
It's
I,
humid.
no.
Yes.
No. Depending, some of these places are inhabitable. You think that they let us open the windows in the couch? These motherfuckers.
Okay.
That's Alex. works
Suicide
off of
is my
Vegas.
choice.
Suicide Prevention
Alex
Month
works
is a
off of,
thing, and that's why it
Okay.
is important. That
Why don't we prevent suicide by doing things that make people happy instead of locking their windows?
Or instead
You
of
know what
talking
also
about
causes
suicide.
suicidal thoughts? Overused air, which is why you need to open the window.
Exactly.
So
Boom.
if people
We
are
suffocating.
we're literally recycling the air. We are
Are you
inhaling and
okay?
exhaling and sharing.
Okay.
What
Oh,
are we
yeah.
HBCU? What is your go-to meal at the CAF or around campus?
chicken tenders and fries.
Okay.
Well, okay, in the CAF, chicken tenders and fries, but in the student center, a spicy chicken sandwich from
From
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Mhm.
Hello.
The conditions gotta be perfect.
Right. Because the
conditions
chicken
gotta
tenders
be
be
perfect. Not the chicken tenders and fries. I'm gonna put y'all on game. I go to the student center, Fish Friday, or if it's a Saturday and something got left over, they got salmon. I chop that up. I put that in the salad that I make at the salad bar, but the salad bar has to be untouched when I get to that.
Yeah.
Fresh.
Something it
Fresh.
I
can't be
swear,
wrong.
they just be sticking their
all the
hand in
sauces.
Oh yeah, nah, it's
If
ridiculous.
If they have
Like,
Caesar, it's a blessing.
Bad.
yeah, no, this doesn't even make sense no more. Like,
No, for real, like it genuinely looks like people just sat there and just grabbed the salad with their hands.
No.
And just,
and then I'm gonna leave it here for 3 days.
Side note, why is the lettuce at the CAF not as fresh as the one at the student
Right,
center?
because you gotta
Yeah,
pay
you
for
gotta
this
pay
one
for the one
by
at
the
the
pound,
student
by
By
the
the
ounce.
right, by the ounce.
They
They
be having the
give
good
you
sauce, the good
They
toppings.
give you the
Bro,
leftover
hold on,
ones
hold on.
that
Okay,
fell
okay,
on
You
the
talking
okay.
about the Burger Man?
Yes, bro, I'm
way.
about to talk about the Burger Man because we used to be a fire Burger Man and then the CAF.
with the lunch.
Yeah, no,
No,
the
no,
ball
yeah,
one.
yeah.
The ball one.
Okay.
He used to be whipping
They
them
have
burgers
there.
up in the CAF for free, and then they said they was like, you know what? Nah, he making them burgers a little too good. We gonna put them in the student center.
He put me on the Philly cheesesteak.
That's
Bro.
this Philly cheesesteak.
Chicken Philly?
Are divine. Get creative in the CAF. Okay.
Okay.
So, recently I just been getting the grilled cheese, but no, not at the sandwich station because that little panini thing still be making it soggy. You go to the burger stand, have them flip out, ask for cheddar. I'll
Yeah.
get that.
They finally got cheddar.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Ugh.
you can ask. No, not ask. They got a waffle station. I be getting some cereal, mashing it up, mixing it in the waffle dough.
I cannot.
Make a little cereal waffle. I be sometimes putting that little vanilla coffee creamer on there too. Make a little drizzle or whatever. That be tasting
I don't
good.
know what the beef people got with pepper jack cheese,
Well, I
So
love
much
it.
beef.
pepper jack is so good.
So good.
much
And
beef.
if y'all are only eating American cheese, y'all need to expand y'all taste buds.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's
Because
not even
American
cheese.
cheese for the white man. Yeah, no, I don't.
The
This
colonizers cheese.
administration would give us
That's why it's
back
called American
government
cheese.
Exactly. You said what?
Do you think this administration? I mean, like, we so effective. Trump gonna
Oh
bring
yeah,
back-
they definitely
Bring
they
back
already
what?
got the
Government cheese?
they already got the juices.
Oh.
It's
Go.
called orange and red. Yeah,
Oh, that's
we're
right.
in recession. We got recession juice.
Recession juice.
Oh yeah, we can't
Are
get
you
orange.
The drink is called orange.
Because all the people
Red.
who like were helping in Florida, not helping, working in Florida won't come to their job. no more.
Oh yeah,
So-
and they're
Oranges
trying
no
to
more.
crack down on child labor laws
no orange.
so that children can now work.
They keep
those hours.
deporting the farmers. How are we gonna get
Yeah.
fresh
Nah,
fruit?
they won't
Orange.
show up no more. Oklahoma is
another
also, and it's like
We gonna save that
Yeah.
because that's a good. What's one memory that always makes you laugh from your college experience?
What? Are you pointing at me? Do I know
Okay.
that?
Yeah, probably. Cause
Experience. Oh, wait. Okay. It was funny because it had nothing to do with me.
The
because-
funniest things do.
So last year when I stayed on campus, it was an issue with some neighbors down the hall. So here's the tea. One of the football players, don't know his name, he was messing with both roommates at the same time.
roommates is crazy.
Yeah. So I guess how it goes was when one roommate was gone, he would slide through, hang out, and then when the other roommate was gone and the other one would tell him that she's gone, he would come through. So one day He came at the wrong time.
How long was we gone?
Yeah, like how long was that gonna work out?
I don't know how long this lasted, but he came at the wrong time. At first, they jumped him, and then they fought each other. And
Much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
huh?
Community dingaling.
Community dingling. Watch out! Watch. That's a whole nother.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's another episode.
What's his name? He an entertainer. He famous.
Cedric.
No.
Okay.
Cedric the
entertainer.
is crazy.
He was here though.
He's the he the dude who be jigging faces.
Yeah, I know.
Famous.
Oh.
He usually he come out of a coffin mysteriously. Yeah, you know him.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was dressed like an old man, but it was like 5, 6 other comedians with him. There's a girl that's an alumni here from our department, communications. She go by Tay Cheesy.
Oh,
They was dressed as old people and they was dancing. He was doing backflips off Alex. I got photos of this. And it was a group of students chasing them, and one dude did not make his back.
Ooh.
They had to act like they
had to
act
play it
like
off.
they had to play it off. So I was,
Oh no.
but I got all that on camera. I said I was like, I would like to get a photo with all performers, and I still got.
But you got the video of him falling, and then
I got the video of
She
the
said
back.
I got the
I
proof.
have the photo of him doing. It's a photo of him doing a perfect backflip, and his head is parallel to the floor. I do not have the video, but I have him doing like the
Like
you
mid-
can
mid
see,
And it's
backflip.
stuck.
you can see where
He's not. He's a little too close to the ground.
He's a little too close.
In class, and I was talking to this girl. We took the class together. That was last semester.
Sign language.
Yeah, I forgot her name. But we was talking afterwards, like after class. And I don't know how, I forgot how, but she bit me.
Oh my gosh.
She bit me like a pit bull, bro. Like she had a real grip on me, like 60 seconds, bro. And I was trying my hardest, like, please let me go. I'm trying to remain calm, like she just.
Oh.
That's
You know they
crazy.
say when they bite you, they really like you.
Bite you that hard, it seemed like she
Okay.
hated you.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But like,
What-
yeah.
Was it that same
What?
person that you called me while you was with them and asked me to bring you something? How many ones from our class?
Whoa. Wait.
Where y'all going?
Oh.
Wait a minute.
No, bro, we was talking, cause this how it happened, man. Cause she found out that I talked to her cousin.
Oh.
But me and her cousin didn't really talk like that. We was like real cool. But I guess she felt some type of way. And then I don't know how she ended up biting me, but she bit me. She didn't let go.
She didn't let go.
Like I had a bite mark on my
In
arm.
class?
No.
You know, for the video sake, we just gonna say we were just chilling up inside of this up inside McAllister while I was close, because we found a
Unlocked doors.
yeah, we found an unlocked door.
Unlocked doors.
So, and you know, like it's fun, it's insanely funny looking back at it. But for some odd reason, you know, I don't know how this happened, but the fire alarm started going off. So
For some reason.
For
we
some
don't know how.
reason.
It just
it just
malfunctioned.
magically, you know, just started woo woo, you know what I'm saying? So me and him look at each other and we like zoom out the building. I damn near break my leg trying to fly down the steps, right? Just to get all the way downstairs and for my friend to be like, I left my phone.
Oh my gosh.
So he had to go all the way back upstairs to go grab his phone. I don't know why. I just felt like that was the most, like, looking back at it, it was insanely funny because, like, not even 15 minutes later, like, 12 was pulling up to McAllister to come check on it. So it was kind of just a funny thing. And I wound up losing my AirPods in that building as well.
Oh, no.
Because they wound up locking the doors after that.
Yes, you also forgot something.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. What was that?
Bro.
Mhm.
Oh my God.
As soon as he touched it.
Right.
As soon as bro.
Describe your college journey as a TV show. What would it be called, and what's the plot?
Kim Possible, and here's why. Everything except for the 2 things she was good at, she sucked at. Like, no, and not even like self-deprecating, but like for real though. Sometimes you gotta try your hand at everything in college, like
To figure out what you did there.
to figure out what you good at, what you like, what you want to put up with, to feel the people you willing to be around with. Like you, and even unintentionally, you gonna try out 1,000 different things just walking around. Like it's for real though. And I found my bread and butter, but like man, when I'm going, when I'm working within my department, within my field, with myself, I'm going. Anything outside of that, work in progress. Work in progress, and I think that's what 20s is all about.
Okay. I would probably call my show The Journey to Heaven. Just made that up. And then I would call this season, being at Jackson State, Tribulations. You know, not tribulations, tribulations.
Tribulations.
A book of tribulations.
I don't know.
You didn't think of it when you wrote the question?
I didn't think of it. I didn't. I honestly, it's one step at a time. Yeah. Literally, comma. Yeah. Cause you're not. How do I say? You're not gonna get it all at once. So just enjoy the ride. You know, some episodes, it's gonna be like a whole plot twist episode going on. Regular shows. And right now, I think this is my season 4 of college experience, the final experience. This is one of the best seasons, I think. Yes. So, yeah. No, listen, I was having these conversations. I said it's crazy how season 1, none of us were in each other's season 1s, or maybe some of us were. Right, exactly. But then, like, special guest turns into, regular cast, reoccurring character, and then it goes into a spin-off of just that era, and that's what it's feeling like. So now y'all are in season 4 of One Step at a Time.
Hey, we made it.
Shit.
But
that was good. That's a good name.
Yeah.
Well, shit really adds.
It's
one
like,
step at a time, it just sounds like
oh, okay.
7.
Right. I know my parents. But no shit. What would your known self say to your unknown self?
Define known and unknown to you.
So known self being who you are today, all the things that you've learned, everything that you've grasped, everything in your toolbox that you know and you learned. What would you say to that future self, that unknown self that you don't know?
Calm
And
down,
I never
bro.
knew them.
Calm down. Calm down. Be cool. Be easy. Take your time. It's gonna happen. I promise you. It's going to happen. It's gonna happen. Like if it's up here, say if it's in your mind today, it's not gonna happen tomorrow. It's not gonna happen the day afterwards. But give it about like 2-3 years, it's gonna happen. Especially if you keep it up in your mind. You don't lose that thought. That's pretty much like calm down. You don't gotta rush. You're young. We're all young. Some of us older than others, old ass niggas. But I'm sorry. But we got time.
Right.
We have time. It's gonna be okay.
All I had was that TikTok sound. I hope they use this for something good. That's all I had.
I hope they use this for something good.
I hope you use this for something good.
I would say, move boldly without the proof.
Yeah. Move like you got it, even when you
Move
don't.
like you got it. And
Even
then,
when you
like,
don't, move like you do.
A lot of times I think that was like my last quote of my caption. I was like, we be being addicted to answers. We often grow addicted to answers because we want to know like what's the next step, like what's gonna come next. Instead of just asking yourself what's gonna come next, just do what you can right now. And then regardless of the outcome, just be you, man. Move without the proof.
I would say lock in, execute, and actually do what you say you've been wanting to do, because it's gonna help you. You can't just pussy out because there's too many people not using the word. There's a lot of people not fulfilling their prophecies, and don't let yourself be one of them, because there's so many people could do more. There's so much I could do more, and I can use the excuse of being in school all I want, but after I'm done, I need to take care of myself, I need to take care of my family, and I need to take care of my future. I need to take care of the future of my people, my black people. So at the end of the day, it needs to happen. At the end of life, it needs to happen. So you gotta get it done. You gotta find a way. Motivate yourself.
Motivate yourself.
Give yourself
Find
treats.
your own find your motivation.
I say to always give yourself grace.
Mm-hmm.